Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
The last one there, establish a national register of contracts, a register of petroleum agreement. That too has been done. Gives you greater transparency. There will be a word doubt, and there will be any be suspicion. At least if you check this, then you can pinpoint, and then you go to the appropriate place for interrogation. Into here, these two no, wholly positive in my candid opinion. Now, if governance, corruption, and public accountability, namaba education. Look, and I have to be very honest with you. The successful implementation of the free SHS, Kwame, is groundbreaking or historic.
Groundbreaking?
Look, it is not a joke. Look, it's a huge investment in our human resource development. Big time social investment. Nobody should underestimate that. As a socialist myself, sometimes I envy MPP for executing this broad-based social intervention.
That's right.
That's why they must rethink their extreme neoliberalism.
No, not extreme. Not extreme.
What is this neoliberalism?
We are
Mumbraisms and schisms in your own. Yes,
it's no joke.
Yeah.
Take it from me.
Free SHS.
Yes. It needed courage.
Left policy.
You mean
not just the vision?
You mean courage?
Again. Courage. Damno wakana.
No.
Onyago.
By the way,
to execute that and to stay on course, the way and manner they've gone about it, you just cannot underestimate it.
And it has to be sustained.
Indeed, I don't think there ever will be any administration who will attempt to take this thing back. Look, if you did, it would be a mindless execution of policy. Mindless. It's come to stay. And I'm gonna make it. Any attempt to touch it or backfire in your face. Into what I'm saying, no what fanatical opposition to it. We change the whole.
What's the new position? What's your progressive? No one wants us.
Last week we proved it here. Yes, I agree. They did the shift.
On that square, there's no shame in politics if you be sincere.
Of course.
With your concessions.
Of course.
Position you've taken in the past, if you have changed, there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong.
But when you deny, that's where your words will trap you.
There's nothing wrong. Into Kwame.
Kweku.
Or a serious policy why execute. It was a promise in their 2016 manifesto. They've come 2020 with a new manifesto. Why indicate clearly a successful implementation and then even fine-tuning aspects in what the back. That's a huge credit, more than 100% if you like. Yes, to be realistic, it came with challenges in terms of implementation and some pragmatism, and I'm fully for it. This thing of the double tracker and Kofuntasin, in the situation in which they found themselves in actualizing that vision.
Double track was the only way to go?
Pragmatic way to go.
Pragmatic.
I tell you.
It showed. Again, there no war. Exactly. Wabjin. Let me put it that way.
I've been catching.
Yes. We apply. And it behind him a transitional mechanism. One time frame. I will but progressively will be double track if you. Martin one was a review. No, when you ask them what are the options, or the methodologies and may be applied to do the review now. The first thing I hear, Kwame, is the double track to that obey free. I can tell you, if double track ni free immediate collapse system. No?
Yes.
So so if your aim is to remove the double track just like that, then indeed, you know, or you want to collapse the thing.
No, on task.
Yeah, but didn't make a say assuming task. So in your mindlessness, you are actually collapsing the thing. Yeah. That's the effect of that mindless.
Peace FM.
Mindless, bro.
Yes. Is it an insult? If it is, I will withdraw.
It's not exactly complimentary, though.
Oh, but if it's not complimentary, I didn't set out to compliment. That one, then I still hold on to the mindless because I wasn't out to compliment.
According to the etymology in my dictionary, it says showing a lack of forethought or sense, having no sensible meaning or purpose.
Yes.
An act of mindless violence, for example.
Yes, this is true. This discussion. All these arguments are awkward. Towards the campaign. Matter was some of them MPP or Akufo-Addo administration say policies in senseless.
And the president also responded.
So it means that you printed those words now and I allow, but that's all. Into Kwame, that's the way I see it. Now the third point, BB, something is happening, and Mama or maybe suffer proof. The buyer count the blocks, at least by 47. I be Musa 46. Handing over notes by Madame Nana
Professor.
Yeah. Okanda 47 since 2017. I mean, that is the number I've worked with. And let's be honest, initially there were people in government who worked with that number publicly, including party communicators. The last week, my attention, I think it was on Randy Abe's program, Good Morning Ghana. But the figure is 29. I was surprised. Indeed.
Well, I think your time now is up.
I'm almost finished. In fact, that's the last point. I'm almost finished.
That's the last point.
The 29. I challenged it by reading excerpts of the handing over notes.
Mm-hmm.
Then, after the program, I decided to do some checks. Maybe calling my attention that Memco Parliamentary Hansard, 13th February 2019.
Mm-hmm.
The Minister of Education called Parliament called answer urgent questions. And in the process of answering questions, he disclosed the 29 were inherited at January 2017.
Yeah.
I mean, my 2 or 3 moves at the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
There, we can't let things stay that way. What's the audit been away? Maybe for a copy of the audit. As I speak to you, I don't have. But this is a very serious matter. The handing over notes, they are done under a law, legal regime, the Presidential Transition Act. Parliament so or a house of records. A common ancestor, you are, expected to
be honest.
Yes, honest, if you like. In TCCI, there's a crossroads. I'm continuing with my research, and I have an open mind on the matter because sometimes politicians. I'm a political activist, I'm a politician, but I would be for convenience sake. Politicians, we can be funny.
Yeah.
So this is an issue I have told the highest level of authority that I think should be thoroughly investigated and the facts brought out, including that audit report, so that we can move on.
Let me move on.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.